Okay, boys and girls, so when you're done watching this video or while you have this video open, you should have this document in front of you. I had it printed out for you, so you should hopefully have a paper copy in front of you. This is your homework for today. I will collect it when I come back. So you'll kind of actually get a couple days to get this done. Um, so put your name on the top, make sure that you have your name, and put a star on the top. You will definitely need this for your test when we take our test at the end of our story. So you may write the star and then put need for test. Let me see. And then write, oh, it erased, it's not working. And then put need for test next to it. Okay, let's start moving down the page. Well, let's see if I can, because maybe I messed this up now. I'm not sure. There we go. Nope. Oh. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so here are those 5 words that we talked about in the first video that you watched. So we have devouring, process, digesting, absorbing, and consumed. So devouring, in case you have never heard of it before, is when you're like shoving something in as fast as you can in your face. You devoured that Hershey chocolate bar as fast as you could. Okay, so that's what devouring means. The next word is process. Process means when you are taking information in and you're understanding it. You're processing it. You're trying to figure out exactly how to move forward and understand things. The next thing is digesting. So digesting, you've probably heard of it like with your food in your stomach when you're digesting food. Well, you can be digesting information too, which I want to go back to devouring real quick. It's a tough word to say. You can devour information kind of like you devour food, but instead of taking it into your mouth and it going down into your stomach, you're taking it in through your eyes and your senses, and it's going into your brain. It means that you're super excited and eager about bringing that into your body and you. The fourth word is absorbing. Again, absorbing, you may have heard before, and we can think of a sponge when we're talking about absorbing. A sponge absorbs water. Paper absorbs water. A towel. But when we're talking about like information, because we're talking about technology, so when we're talking about absorbing information, your brain is taking it in, you're retaining it, you're gonna remember it. And then the last word here is consumed. Consumed means to bring in. It's similar to the other words, but consumed is, again, you're taking in information. You're not consuming food in this instance. You're consuming information. You're bringing information into your head. All of these words are fairly similar, or they're connected in some way because it's bringing food in, bringing knowledge and information into your body and making sense of it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go through 1 through 5 and you're going to read the statement that's there, and then you're going to write your answer. Now your answer needs to be explained. You can't just say yes or no. You need to answer it yes or no because, for example, in number 1, if you are digesting instructions that your teacher gives you before a task, are you more or less likely to understand how to do that task? So what you would do, think about that for a second. If you're digesting the instructions that I give you, For example, like in this video. Are you more or less likely to understand how to do something? I'm hoping you said more. So you would answer, I would be more likely to understand the task because I am taking it in and making sense of it. That's how you would explain that answer. Okay? So put your answer there, and it's okay if you copy my answer that I have. You can pause the video to be able to copy it. So now we're going to talk only about the last four, but you're going to do them on your own. So number 2, Sarah was consumed with fear when she entered the haunted house. Would you say that Sarah was unafraid? So if you're consumed with fear, it means that it overcomes you. Would that mean that Sarah is unafraid? You will write your answer yes or no and then explain it. Sorry about the coughing, guys. Number 3, the directions to the ancient runes were confusing. Caleb reread them so that he could better process them. Was Caleb paying attention the first time he read the directions? So you're going to answer yes or no and then give your explanation. And you want to make sure your explanation kind of focuses. I'm so sorry. Focuses on the meaning of that word. Number 4. Nico began devouring science books when she was only 8. True or false? Nico did not want to read about science. So if she's devouring science books, or she, it says she. So if she is devouring science books, does that mean she doesn't want to read about them? So you're going to write true or false and then explain your answer. And then finally, number 5. Gia was having trouble absorbing what she was reading in her history book because she was distracted by loud construction noises out, that's supposed to say outside. Is Gia likely to remember what she read in her history book? You're going to write yes or no and then explain it. If she was having trouble absorbing it, is she going to remember it? So your job for homework is to answer numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now down on the bottom here, we have 2 words. One is racket, 2 is hide. Both of these words have double meanings. For example, a racket can mean a tennis racket, or it can mean noise. I want you to write a sentence for each of those meanings of the word. So you should have 2 sentences with the word racket in it. One meaning like a racket when you play a sport, and number 2, racket like a kind of noise, like the classroom down the hall was making such a racket. Then number 2, hide, means that something is hidden from sight, or an animal hide. So again, you will write 2 sentences. One using the word hide or hidden or hid in a sentence, meaning that you can't see something, like when you play hide and seek. And the other sentence will have the word hide in it referring to an animal skin. When you are done, hang on to the sheet until I come back and you will turn that in to me for just a completion grade. I'm not going to look for right or wrong, but I am going to look for effort and that you at least tried all of the sheet. Again, if you have any questions, guys, please do not hesitate to send me a message through our Google Classroom.